Right then, what is today? Taco Tuesday? Yeah. So, I gotta kill 45 minutes because I gotta wait. There an appointment was made for an oil change for this van today by the interim service manager while JC is laid up in the hospital, which I guess is going to be a couple of months. But the appointment was made for 9 o'clock. And the new garage that we're taking this to, they squeezed us in at 9 o'clock because we're a big corporate account. That being what it is, I rolled there. Now, I didn't know that. The interim manager did not tell me that. So I rolled in there now. I'm going to start my day, and I thought, all right, well, I probably won't be back before the close of business at this place. It seems like they have banker's hours. So that being what it is, because I got a hell day, I better go and get this done before I roll out on my road. So I just popped in there, and that's when she told me, oh yeah, your appointment's at 9, and we squeezed you in just to make this happen. I'm like, oh man. So I got about 35, 40 minutes to sit and kill, pad the time clock, and then I start my hell day. Why is my day a hell day? I'll give you one guess. You figured it out? DTR was up here. Yep. Every call I have except for 2, and I got 5 today, putting on parts. And we're talking multiple parts. Refrigerator door, badge, ice cube crusher solenoid, smooth glass top on a stove, main board for that stove, temp probe for that stove, new door gasket seal for that stove. What's the other one? Drain pump and a main board for a front load washing machine. It's ridiculous. Fucker can't retire fast enough. So anyway, yeah, it's not a good day. Travel distances are not too bad, but what throws a wrench in the works is the last call of the day is way up in the northwest corner of the state. So that's going to gobble up some clock, right? That's fine for a paycheck, but it doesn't get me back to this service garage before 5. They take their last start of a job at 3. You know, a client. So they'll put your vehicle on the hoist at 3, and then that gives them 2 hours to do whatever they got to do before they turn the lights off. Yeah, they're working banker's hours. Firestone worked weekends. That worked out great. This place doesn't. So I could take my van to Firestone on a Friday night after my route was done. They were open till like 8 o'clock. And I could drop it off. They could have it the whole weekend. And then I could have DTR give me a ride, or whatever significant other was in my world at the time, give me a ride back to the garage on Monday morning to pick it up, give me a ride Friday night back to the store to get my truck and go home. Don't have that option here. The problem we ran into up here for vehicles getting work done is there's no one place that does it all. Yep. So, like Walmart Service Center, they do oil changes and tires. But they don't do any mechanical work. And they don't do corporate accounts. You pay for your services with a credit card. They won't let you have a corporate account with billing. Then the other garages will do mechanic work and oil changes, but they won't do tires. And a lot of them are credit card only. So trying to find a company that does it all up here, nope. Unless you were to take it to a dealership. This vehicle's a Ford. There literally is no Ford dealership up here. So it's kind of a shit show. So we found this rinky-dink little place that agreed to do a corporate account and can do the oil changes and the repairs, but now when I need tires, I gotta take it to some place like Pomp's Tire or a tire shop to get tires put on. Meat Sweats is gone. That's what I nicknamed the guy. The tweaker. The guy that it could be 65 degrees outside and he's just dripping in sweat. Now, he could have a medical condition, but he sure as hell didn't tell anybody that. Yeah. So he's just wringing wet, stinks, because of that. It was bad. He was a delivery driver, and none of the other guys liked to ride with him. Can you imagine? 3 guys in the cab of a truck. You're sitting there like this, and the guy sitting next to you is just a slimy, sweaty, stinky mess. Well, they got rid of him. He lasted 3 weeks. Why? He got in an accident with one of our big delivery trucks. He lost control of the truck, went off the road, and took out a sign. One of those town signs that's put in the ground like we got, it has a 4x4 post on it like that. Yep. Wiped out the sign. Now, I always give people the benefit of the doubt until they give me a reason not to. So, his excuse was he swerved to avoid a deer, went off the road, and hit the sign with our great big monster delivery truck. One of the other delivery drivers was here this morning and we were all talking about it. And he said, oh, I got pictures. Accident scene pictures. So he shows the pictures. And it shows the tire tracks of the vehicle off on the shoulder, but going in a somewhat straight line. Yeah. It looks strikingly like he was texting while he was driving, wandered off the shoulder of the road, off the pavement, onto the gravel, and with a big truck like that, you can lose control pretty quick if you don't get your shit together quick. In other words, grab the wheel with both hands, brace yourself, keep it in a straight line, get off the gas, gradually work yourself back onto the asphalt. Yeah. So we're thinking he was texting and driving, and the other drivers said they actually observed him doing this. When he would drive, he would be texting on his phone. Now, here's the kicker about this thing. This guy had never driven a big straight cube truck like this before. Yeah, me and Squatch sat here and watched him try to back into the loading bay one day. It took him 8 tries to back that truck in. Yeah. So he's never driven a vehicle like this. I guarantee it. It's a whole different creature, right? Driving one of those. I drove one for many, many years. I know. But anyway, they fired him. Yep. 90-day probationary period. That's what it's for. But it did a lot of damage to the truck. Blew out the driver's side window. Took out the left front fender. Took out the mirrors on that side. Folded in the bumper. A lot of damage. So the Northwoods delivery boys, who I like, they're good guys. I hope they stick around. They're here right now, and they're waiting to get another truck up here so they can do their day. Yeah. So that happened. Mia, again, has the day off today. She had to go to the doctor to discuss the test results from her labs. So she chimed in this morning. I overslept yesterday, and she didn't hear anything from me this morning because I was busy. I was doing Mary Poppins shit, dishes, laundry, shit like that, and taking out the garbage. And so I was busy, and she sent me a text message, and I didn't respond because I didn't have my phone glued to my hip. So she got worried that I was oversleeping, so she called. And we talked for a little bit, but I was driving into work during that, and I get shit signal up here in that area, so I lost the call. So yeah. But other than that, I got home last night. I made myself a nice dinner. Yeah, they had pork loins at Menards for cheap, so I picked up a pork loin out of their cooler section, like $6. I made that last night with some buttered pasta and a veggie. And that was a good dinner. Yeah. And I told myself, Kenny, don't sit in the chair after dinner here, watch YouTube, and fall asleep. You have things to do. And that's exactly what happened. Woke up about 9. I'm like, well, I could take an hour and get something done. Nope. Shut it down. Go to sleep. So this morning when the alarm went off at 4:30, I woke up and started doing shit. I got that Roomba robotic vacuum from the neighbor's garage sale, but it's filthy. The lady didn't sell it, or didn't clean it before she tried to sell it here. It's filthy. So I got to go through that with a fine-tooth comb, clean it, sterilize it, before I'm going to use it in my house. She had cats, so of course when I bring the thing home and I put it on the floor, Butterball's just sniffing the living shit out of it. But I'm hoping it works, and it works good, and I can just let that thing run during the day when I'm at work, and stuff will get done. Now all I need is a robotic girlfriend. They have those now. Custom tailored. You know, it's like Build-A-Bear. You can build it how you want it. And yeah, does everything. That might be my destiny. That way I don't have to deal with narcissism, sociopaths, emotions. We get the duties done, and we hit the on-off switch. I'm liking that idea. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, I don't know why, of why Filipina women and Japanese women are such good choices for wives. And it all has to do with servitude. Yes, their humbleness and servitude to their king. Yeah. That's an option. JapanWivesForYou.com. GeishaGirls.com. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, today's not going to be fun. It's going to be long. It's going to be miserable putting on parts. And, yeah. So, I guess that's just an update. It's kind of a damp, drizzly, cool morning, so this is good for that grass seed. Yeah. Yep. And then later in the week here, it's supposed to dry out, sunny, but cooler temperatures. High 60s, low 70s for highs. I got high hopes. I went online this morning, ordered some stuff. I managed to find the knobs for the cabinet doors at the Turd. I found them online. Of course, I'm not getting them for the price that I paid for them at the discount liquidator store, which was like 50 cents a piece, but I found them. So I pulled the trigger and got 6 of those coming. They probably won't be here by the weekend, but that's not a custom critical thing that's got to get done. That can be done anytime. The holes are already drilled. All I got to do is just install the knobs. I ordered a belt for my mower tractor, and that's when I discovered that it's a special kind of belt. Yeah. It's a double V belt. It's got a V groove, or a V on both sides of the belt, which I kind of noticed when I was underneath there looking at the deck. I was like, the pulleys on the deck looked like they took a special double-sided belt. I couldn't figure. I was like, what? I was right. So I got 2 of those coming for cheap. So it was a productive morning. Yep. But here we sit. So I got about another 15 minutes, and then the oil change will probably take about 30, and then I can get this hell day started. Yeah. So that's all I got. Talk to you soon.